Welcome everyone to our new episode of Más Turismo Chino, or in English, More Chinese Tourism. In this episode, we have the pleasure to receive Emily Chang, all the way from Hong Kong, a passionate entrepreneur and innovator with over a decade of expertise in travel and art tech. Hello, Emily. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Pablo and Chastity. Lovely to be here to share a little story of our startup.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and I think the audience will really appreciate all your knowledge and all what you have to say about your 10 years experience. So I'll go with the first question. Could you give us an introduction about Shake to Win? What is the platform about and how does it benefit the Latin American Chinese tourism development?
Sure. So hello everyone, my name is Emily Zheng. I'm a serial entrepreneur from Hong Kong. I have spent 16 years back in Shanghai, Chengdu, Beijing, Guangzhou for my career after I graduated from university and starting my entrepreneurship journey since 10 years ago. I founded Shake to Win. This is a cultural tech platform that we offer a smart technologies platform for Latin American business who doesn't need to speak Chinese, that they could use our platform to list their spot information to share the story behind the store and also listed the products to our platform. So to the consumer side, we have an application app on Android and iOS. It's called 赏游地. So it's a Chinese name of Shake to Win. So it means 赏游地, these three Chinese characters, it actually meaning appreciations when you are traveling overseas and you can gain reward on the spot. So basically, our merchant, our B2B partners, they could list their products and also the tourism products on our platform. And we will use the technology to translate their story into Chinese content. And with our expertise of running agency for more than 10 years, that we know how to share your story and customize your story into the Chinese languages to be more appealing to the Chinese independent travelers. For the Chinese independent travelers, they can do research on researching where to go before they go into Latin America or Spain or any place around the world, that with their own languages in Chinese, they can use our applications or mini program on the WeChat mini program platform, that when they arrive in the countries, they can use our location-based services to recommend by their interests to identify where to go and meet the local people in the local store. So in our platform, we focus on three major merchants in the categories. Museum. We have worked with more than 400 museums across Spain and Europe and also Latin America and China as well. We also work with a lot of local people-run business with heritage. For example, we work with a third-generation run cheese farm in the Netherlands, fifth-generation run Spanish jamon shops in Spain. So those are the merchants and B2B partners we would like to promote the local people-run business to the Chinese independent travelers. So the traveler mainly age from 25 to 40 using our platforms to explore the world. We call them not tourists, but the cultural seekers or travelers. Why they travel is not only focused for recreations. They would like to also to know a little bit of the local culture. That's why we are a platform to bridge the B2B side and also the consumer side to let each others to appreciate each other's better with our solutions.
Thanks for that introduction. I think your platform is very innovative, and I really believe that putting the focus on the new generations is the key for all of this innovation, given that a lot of young people are willing to travel outside from China, and seeking and looking out for information for them tends to be quite difficult. Normally, information for faraway destinations like South America or Argentina in my case is not available in Chinese. And I think that this is the most accurate way of approaching it, because the local producer, the local service supplier can post everything in English or Spanish, and then you just translate it into Chinese. I think this is a great approach. And where do you think Shake to Win is headed to? How do you foresee the project in the next, for example, five years?
So we started our journey back in 2018, and then at that time, of course, that cultural tourism is not a big topic yet. But after COVID, now everybody, heading to any destinations, the first place they visit will be museum, especially for the Chinese independent travelers, because we would like to explore the world and learn more culture, so that we are not just sharing which restaurant we go, but also the story behind the restaurants and also the story behind the cities we visit. So with the cultural technologies, like we categorize ourselves, it's not only a travel tech, but a cultural tech company that there are three directions that we are heading to in the coming 5 years. So the first is, how do we use leveraging AI technology to enhance the user experience, no matter from the business side or the user side, that to use our platform better, to gain information easier. Try to imagine in the future, not only Chinese travelers can use our app to explore Latin America. So Latin Americans can also use our platform to explore China with Spanish languages on our platform. So those are some of the innovations that we are pushing forward on the Shake to Win platform, to become a globalized platform, to have more than 10 languages to cater all around the world cultural seekers to explore the world with our platform, world culture with our platform. The second thing is, actually, we are also developing our new tourism products early this year. It's called the CAPI program. CAPI, CAPI, which stands for Cultural Ambassador for Preservation and Innovations. So this program we curated with our partners across the world, which the mission is to help the Chinese independent travelers, cultural seekers who would like to know more or devote their career in the future museum, art curations, cultural preservation sectors, to have a 10 days boot camp to visit all across the world with our tour. That's to visit our museum partners, local cultural institutions, and have some special program to understand better how the world is preserving their culture and art through our workshop during the 10 days boot camp. So the CAPI program, we started in the Netherlands, of course, because when Shake to Win starts, Netherlands is a country that support us. We have more than 100 merchants partners in Netherlands. And then we will expand the CAPI program in Spain later this year, and also Mexico, and also other countries that Shake to Win has a presence that is going to launch the CAPI program in the coming 2 to 3 years. We also work with a lot of international schools in Hong Kong and mainland China, and developing our partnership with Hong Kong different universities to facilitate more people can understand the value of the CAPI program and join the CAPI program to bridge their understanding while traveling from their own countries to the world. So try to imagine in the later time, if we can also develop the CAPI program reverse, that's to bring also Latin American students or many young cultural seekers from all around the world who doesn't speak Chinese, but they can have a chance to come to visit China and visit a lot of Chinese cultural institutions and museums and learn about the culture. That would be very amazing to see how we can bridge the cultural understanding through our tourism product as well, apart from the technology we built. And the third thing is that we are very happy that we just launched the Shake to Win education for B2B. Basically, this educational program is also gathering a lot of partners across the world. We would like to facilitate the understanding for the tourism players who work in the tourism industry, that to understand how to be a good host and also how to host Chinese travelers better when they arrive or when they meet. So in this Shake to Win education course that we pilot in the Spanish languages, and Pablo is one of our professors actually. So to share their own experience about how to help others to understand better what is the digitalization's behavior from China, why people like to scan QR code, all this kind of WeChat, Weibo, Redbook, what is this? And also we have also professors who specialize in Chinese culture to understand how to serve better for Chinese travelers, you also need to understand our culture as well. So to facilitate the understanding, we are very proud to launch the Shake to Win educational program, which is for B2B sectors, that we would like to work with more chambers and also commercial partners, that how we can populate this program and benefit more people who want to work in the tourism industry, and also who are targeting Chinese traveler, Chinese tourism industry in the future, to have a better understanding and knowledge to empower them to do better service, to design better service products, tourism product as well, and then to facilitate the whole industry transformation with digitalization technology. So those are the three major area or directions that we are moving towards our missions to preserve and connect the culture, leveraging technology. This is a mission statement. And with the action of the three directions, we are moving forward. We hope that we can realize our mission and also the vision in the coming future with our partners.
So Shake to Win is not only a tourism platform, but also a holistic cultural bridge between Asia and Latin American countries. I think you have a lot of projects ahead that will be very important for this role, and this bond between two cultures in all of these three areas, plus the app itself and the tourism development will be very prosperous and helpful for the community. So what were the initial challenges you faced as an entrepreneur in this niche, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, it's a very interesting story that when I started Shake to Win, actually is my second startup. My first startup back in 10 years is a creative agency that focusing on helping brands to enter China with multiple brand strategies, consultation services, and how to build a social media account for the brands, how to build an e-commerce platform for the brand, how to cater or shape the products, and even we help some brands to make the name of the products with Chinese creations. So with all this experience back in 2014, my first startup, and we scaled from 4 people to 40 people in three years in first startup, and then it was a lot of interesting experience to work with overseas big brands when they come to China. So the first startup is called Creative Digital, by the way. But myself, I'm actually a travel writer as my side job. It's my personal interest, and I travel around the world. I traveled in 62 countries and over 200 cities in my previous 15 years. Since I was studying in university, travel is always my greatest passion in my life, and I always found it difficult when I travel overseas if I don't speak the languages. For example, I don't speak Spanish in the very first beginning. I'm learning Spanish a few years ago when I know that I need to expand our business in the Latin American market and Spanish market. So I find it so difficult if I don't speak the local languages. If I travel in Italy or Spain or anywhere in the world, that if I don't speak the language, it's very hard for me to get to know the local, really, really local spot. So back in 2018, I have an idea with my 2 programmers, like the technology engineer, and we were having coffee, and then we were saying that, hey, Emily, you travel so many places, and how do you manage to get to know so many, local great spots and museum and all this kind of place? Why don't you just build platforms to list all this kind of spots that you already visit and you appreciate a lot, and let's just, put a QR code in front of the store and let the people, more Chinese people, when they travel, they use the WeChat to scan the QR code, and then they could understand the story behind the store, just like you. So actually, our platform is like a storyteller. And I find it very interesting because my 2 programmers, they don't speak very perfectly English, but they love to travel. They travel a lot. And then I was like, yeah, why not? So we use 4 months to build the MVP. And then I was traveling with one of the programmers to Netherlands, and also to pitch the merchant and saying that, hey, you know what? Here is the platform. It's called Shake to Win, and it's engaged with WeChat. And then now we can offer you a free, offer that you can list your platform, because at that time we don't have any user and we don't have any merchant as well. So I said, okay, now it's for free. We can tell your story in Chinese languages, and here is how it looks like in a WeChat mini program. And then when Chinese people, they go and they scan the QR code, the window sticker with the Shake to Win, the Shang Chinese characters with a QR code, it means appreciation. And then people can immediately appreciate your culture and your sport. We would like to do it. So I was very lucky. We got 3 meetings. After 2 months, I was doing the business development. I remember the very first beginning. I was sending like over 4,000 emails to most of the potential partners, museum, independent sports, and no one replied me. I was trying LinkedIn to send blast a lot of message, and no one replied me. And at the last moment, I was always saying, yeah, is it our product is not attractive enough, so people are not interested, or they are not interested to attract Chinese tourism or Chinese travelers. So I was very frustrated, because when you in the very first beginning, and then you do so much effort on business development, and then you either got rejected, I'm not interested, or no news, So I was stopping, and then I remember it was 2017 around Christmas time. So I got 3 email replies saying that, hey, yeah, we're very interested. Let's meet up next week. And that was the 3 clients from Amsterdam. They didn't know that I was based in Shanghai. So and then I was just Googling the flight tickets, and then I was just booked the flight ticket, and then I replied to them. I said, yes, sure, see you next week. And then I carrying my backpack, all the informations, computer with the Shake to Win introductions and the mini program that we developed, and then I was meeting them the week after. So I think that what make the journey is very interesting is when you're doing something that innovative, in the very first beginning, a lot of people will try will not believe this idea is gonna work, until there are people start believing, okay, this is a good idea. I always see Chinese tourists to come with a big bus. And now you're telling us that you are attracting another segment, which is the independent traveler, that will stay longer in our spots, will also have more appreciations of the story behind our store. So it is the segments that we would like to approach, but we didn't know how to get to know them. So if your platforms can help us to tell our story better, and then with the QR code with the window sticker next to TripAdvisor that with the Chinese characters, and then the Chinese people, when they are crossing by our store, if they can see the Chinese window sticker with a QR code, they will scan it, and that is the connection begin, and then they will walk into our store and start a conversation, and then see our products and purchase our product, etc. They find it very smart with the idea. So I remember that trip, I met 3 clients. One is a cheese farm run by 3rd generations from the Netherlands. It's called Henry Willick. And then one is the local boat company. It's called Blue Boat. I'm still very engaged with those partners, the owner of the company, and also the sales marketing director. And the 3rd one is a Heineken, Heineken beer museum. And then I remember one of the partners that they said they asked me for 10 more name cards after I presented my idea to them. They said that I found your platform is really amazing, and I demonstrate how easy as a local sport to register on our platform with 5 minutes on the iPad. Oh, this is how you input. This is how you put up the sticker. I also demonstrate. I bring 60 stickers that time, and then I was going to the spot one by one to sticking the sticker in front of the store, and also explain to the store manager how does it work. When you see Chinese showing you this page, scanning the QR code, then you give them the special offer and the special incentive, because Shake to Win also means reward as well. So everybody was very happy, and I was very excited. And then I was planning the trip for only 7 days, but it turned out to be like a 3 weeks trip, because I didn't book the return ticket. And then remember, I said that there is one client who asked me for 10 name card, and he found that my idea is very, very interesting. So that the next day, after I'm meeting these 3 clients, I start getting call from the referral of one of the guy and saying that, hey, Emily, are you still in town? Come to our museum. We would like to, be listed on your platform. So that's how I got the first 60 spots in the first journey. And after that, I spent 8 months in Europe, and basically to use the existing, the partner, and then the partner testimonial and the showcases. I show them this is how we put up a sticker on the store in Amsterdam, and then in Rotterdam, and I go to Belgium, and then I finish 700 sticker placing in 8 months in Europe by myself. And then we got our first fundraising round of our angel investor, and then we are very happy to establish a team with more than like 10 people, and I actually sharing my personal experience to my teammates, and then further some of the teammates to help to open the Spanish market with independent coffee shop, and then we also establish our Italian partners and also Latin American partners. So everybody, I think what makes the working in Shake to Win or working with Shake to Win this company is more fun is it's not just about commercializing it's not just about the commercializing value of how a company should focus. It's also about the cultural connections, that how fulfilling for what the work we did actually in the past and we are doing right now to facilitate the connections really in practice, that to help millions of social media users in China to get to know a spot on our platform. We also help the travelers who actually visit the spots, the countries that they use our apps to explore more than 4,000 partners that are already on board on our platforms right now. And it is not just about visiting one spot in one place. We have a philosophy that if we could have a collective model, that in one town, if we can acquire 25 merchants that together in one town, it actually can help to benefit each other. So for example, try to imagine if you are visiting one of the spots in Seville, and then you find that, this ice cream shop run by local is really good. And then I move to another one on the Shake to Win map that, this is the ham shop that provides local Spanish food. I would like to go because I have very good experience in the first ice cream shop. So basically, each of the merchants that we pick is a person, it has been verified by our business development teammates, either myself or my team, that we personally meet and greet the owner on site. So the quality of the services, and also we can tell better story behind the store with our personal experience. So it's a verified platform. It's different from the other platforms that you may the owner the platform manager maybe not really visited that place. So when our user gain good experience in one spot, when they travel next time, not only in Seville, maybe to Madrid or Granada, they will use the same application. So that's how we have a better engagement with our user using our platform as well. So I found that the challenge when the project began, it became a very fulfilling story to tell and motivate my teammates to continue our journey, and then to embrace a lot of future challenge as well. So to start, I think to overcome the challenge is, as a founder and CEO, you always need to believe in your business model and believe in the things that you build. And when you have a chance to meet clients or partners, you always share your visions more than just like a business model. Our visions and missions will take our company walk longer, further, to move further and achieve better, rather than just you only have a solo business model. So that's the story behind where we start.
I think it's quite impressive how you managed to get so many stickers around Europe. I believe that it's interesting that you mentioned how at the beginning you had a lot of struggle language related, and that also led to cultural differences, right? Because first the language, then the cultural shock and the cultural misunderstanding. I want to ask, how has your Chinese cultural background influenced your approach to business and technology in the travel sector?
That's a very good question. So, as I mentioned, I'm originally from Hong Kong. So, Hong Kong used to be the colony of British. So, from my educational background, where actually I witnessed the change or the transformations of our cities, and also the cultural embrace that I need to train my English when I was young. And then when I go to school, that I got a lot of chance because of our passport that we can travel lots in overseas, that we don't need a visa, which is a very good benefit. And then after I graduated from university, I mentioned that my first job was starting in a startup company, and then the CEO sent me to China. So I was based in Shanghai. I was traveling in Beijing and Chengdu and Guangzhou and Shenzhen, a lot of cities in China. With this combinations of my previous work and study background, I found that cultural connection is kind of like a very interesting topic. Or maybe in the future, there will be a business value, how we can connect Western culture and Eastern culture, and to be the facilitator. By connecting the cultural better, we can do business better together. So by then, that I think born in Hong Kong, grow up in Hong Kong, and then work in mainland China. So with all these combinations, that it inspire me that how to set up a business that which can help overseas business to connect China better. Because as we can see, when I first moved to Shanghai, I remember Pudong was still not so many skyscraper. So Pudong is one of the financial center right now in Shanghai, by the way. And I witnessed the 10 years golden time when Shanghai developed from a from a big city to a mega city, let's say nowadays. And I witnessed how WeChat had been, established. I was the first batch of the user using the WeChat, back in 2012. And then I witnessed all those, great opportunities and the technologies developments in mainland China is fascinating and is fabulous, and it's amazing, how Chinese technology company can develop all these platforms like Alibaba, Tencent, Redbook right now, and Baidu, back in the old days. And all this Chinese company is trying to, leveraging technologies to make people's life easier and better. Look at Alipay, WeChat Pay, you go to the market right now to buy vegetables, and even like a 70 years old grandfather age, store owners, and they can accept mobile payment. I found it super interesting. So I was thinking, if we can use these technologies and make a one-stop platform, from listing the spots to helping the spot to receive Chinese payment, and sharing the story, getting tractions in one-stop services, it will be amazing for lower the barrier of overseas merchants, that they don't need to work a lot to figuring out how to register Chinese company, and all this kind of complicated social media platform, how I'm gonna fix it, So by then, that I think living in mainland China, the previous 16 years, and also doing business with Chinese company, overseas company in mainland China, that inspire me to found Shake to Win platform. And the mission is, if small ice cream shops can use our platforms to connect with a Chinese cultural seeker, so it will be amazing, because there are so many 100 millions of local people run business who wanted to approach this market, but with Shake2In platform, it is easier, more fast, and also affordable as well. So from our platforms that the partners can also use our data dashboards to understand who is the visitors. Are they girl? Are they boy? What are the age? Which cities are they come from? Some of what products the customers really like when they visit in the store. I always think that if a store owner can have a better understanding of how their customers respond to their products or services or even tourism products, they can definitely to innovate better for the product offering and helping them to do better business. So having this data dashboard insight is also credit to my first graduation job. I was starting as a consultant in a big data analytic company, and then we do a lot of customer services, established loyalty program for company like Starbucks and Ctrip. So by then, that to combine my educational background and working experience, that to innovate and build a Shake2In platform as a smart SaaS platform for B2B company to better connect with the cultural seeker is one of the things that I think that my previous experience inspired me to combine my passion in technology development and also to create better travel experience and matching these two and to create the business focus of Shake2In with a travel tech platform, a cultural ambassador traveling product programs, and also Shake2In educational program as a 3 directions that we are focusing at this moment.
Well, I believe you have been very lucky, and you've also have made the best of your chance to be a part of this technological revolution that has been happening in China over the past 10 years. And I think that is a very strong added value, because from here in Latin America, even if technology also develops very fast, what you've experienced in China has not even yet arrived. And when you have platforms like WeChat that are much more developed than what we have currently here in the West, but specifically in South America, I think that led you to have a lot of information and good ideas. But given this China being so fast in the tech industry, the travel and tech landscape are constantly evolving, and in China, way more. How do you stay ahead of changes and trends, and how do you continue to innovate in the field?
Okay, that's a very good question. I remember when we founded Shake2In back in 2018, we categorized our platform not as a generic tourism platform, but platforms that focusing on promoting cultural tourism. So our 3 focus area will be working with museum, cultural institutions, heritage sites locally, with the local either tourism board or tourism partner. And then the second sectors is we focus on promoting local people-run business with generations, like a local people-run cheese store or ham store, etc. And the third category that we focus is the green tourism. So we work with the first eco tourism company in Maldives. We also work with wellness tourism partners in Bhutan, and also some of the company who promoting sustainability tourism and also green tourism in Europe. Why we're doing that? Because when I was traveling, as I said, that I envisioned that travel in the future will become a necessity for everyone to understand, to learn about the culture when we are traveling overseas. So apart from fulfilling the recreation's purpose, I see that travel has more meanings for young generations, for them to understand better about the world, and also to empower themselves to be more global perspective as a future talents that who can live anywhere in the world, moving around, working around, and that is how I envision the Chinese independent travelers, that the behavior and the perspective towards traveling. So when I think about that, I was thinking that where can those Chinese independent travelers to gain, global perspective? When I was traveling, when I was young, and then I always first check in into the museum, because those are the places who help us to understand better about the local, history, culture, and also some arts as well. I'm personally an art lover as well. So by then, that I always mentions that to keep a company innovative, it's not just about reading white paper or reading reports that focusing on 1 to 2 years trend. You have to, apart from reading those reports and also the keeping up with the news, what's happening across the world, we also need to have our own belief and visions on how do you want to build a company to benefit the world, to benefit the young generation, the future generations. So by then, that's apart from studying a lot of those kind of reports together with my team, I also are very lucky to have a team that our teammates come from Europe, come from Latin America, from China, and then also from Hong Kong. We have different perspectives and how to make this company sustainable and innovative is also to combine a lot of talent mind that we believe that culture does matter for young people in the future. And tourism, traveling is one of the medium, is one of the way that how we can embrace the cultural learnings to become more fun and sustainable and also enjoyable as well. So to combine the personal belief and also to study what's going on the global trend, and then to also to gather the like-minded people across the world to formulate a very strong team and partnership program that it can push the company to move forward. It proven successful for Shake to Win in the past 6 years. We have a very good collaborative model that help us to expand our territories, our coverage from Europe to Latin America. Right now in Latin America, we have partners in Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, and Peru and Chile, and how we can have a very edgy team to do all this kind of work and expansion is based on the we believe on the future business model is not about one company do everything. It's about collaborative model. So we establish a lot of collaborative model when we launching different programs, and then we try to benefit everyone in the ecosystem and to make the whole company more innovative, more sustainable as well. And I think as a CEO, it's not my job and responsibility. I always tell my team, I'm not a CEO who used to sit in the office all day and not going out. I'm a type of CEO that I love to visiting different store, talking to our partners every day, talking to our user, and try to see how we can improve our solution offering, our company offering to benefit, helping the business partner to do better business for the Chinese market, helping the Chinese users to get better experience when they're visiting, traveling overseas, So all those kind of elements, I think is very important to keep the company innovative. And also you need to have an adaptable mindset because, for example, we have been through a 3 years COVID time. And during the COVID time, a lot of people in the tourism industry really suffer, So when we I remember I was taking a flight from Berlin in 2020 when the COVID started in Europe, and then back in China, that the first thing we do is to launch the virtual traveling program and how to keep the business partner from our platforms to be still active and offering the virtual tourism products, travel products to our social media user. So even though our user cannot physically travel around the world, they can still keep up on learning what's happening, where can we go, there is a very interesting spot in Spain or not in Latin America, in Mexico, that is still there and they have interesting story. So with all those innovative actions that we do, we are also very lucky to be the finalists of the UNWTO Rural Tourism Innovation Competitions in 2021, as we are the only Chinese company who entered the final 7 in the global competition, and we are very proud of doing that because innovation is kind of a very important element to keep the business alive. without innovation, without embracing the changes, and without all this mindset and quick actions, Shake to Win will be gone and no longer exist. But we are standing still nowadays, and we still keep launching new initiatives in the tourism industry. So I'm very proud of my team and also our partners to make all this happen together.
Well, I think you've made it quite clear that being intercultural, communicating, being exposed to new experiences, and always being out, it's a good key to keep updating and to keep yourself innovative. And especially when you're talking about a business like tourism and cultural communication, where you need to be exposed to all of this. And exactly as you said, it's impossible to lead a project like this sitting on an office and without going outside to explore, right? It would have been impossible. And we have one more question. So given all you have told us and all your experience, what advice do you have for aspiring entrepreneurs looking to enter into the travel and cultural industry?
I think that with all the personal experience as a serial entrepreneur, I founded 3 companies in my life so far. And I think that if you are interested, if anyone are interested to enter the travel and cultural tech industry, I think they must be very passionate about traveling and also cultural learning as well. I find it very fascinating nowadays that a lot of young people, they are digital nomads. They travel and work. They combine their passion of travel and work anywhere with a computers that they can do their work. And I'm very jealous about this, model of working. And I find it's very interesting that to be a digital nomad is a new trend, because to combine, you can never build a travel tech company that if you are sitting in the office all day, as I said, you have to embrace your journey of traveling and talk to people, and also to understand how does culture matter to play a role in what you are doing. I have an intern 3 years ago. She is from the very business school and is a very talented intern who studied MBA in a very good Belgium MBA school. And then when she joined the Shake to Win platform, and she found it very amazing on how we build our presence or our brand from 0 to 1 by knocking door, And then after she came back to Belgium after the internship, and she founded a travel platform, which is a content platform that will gather all the passionate travelers travel around the world to share their experience and the place they visit, and with a subscription fee that you can pay for the unlocking the content. And then it's like a community-based travel ambassador platform. I found it very interesting, and then I saw her growth and being inspired in Shake to Win and build her own travel tech platform. And I find it's really amazing to enrich, to combine your passion and your belief on technologies can actually empower the connections to be better. And I also think that to be an entrepreneur is very important to embrace the difficulties and also challenges, and you need to be very adaptable on seeing how the user responds to the services or products you offer. Because when you build a product, it will not be perfect, and you have to tell yourself that nothing is perfect, So you need to embrace the criticism and also what works, what doesn't work. And you have to focus on improving, evolving the process of building a product from 0 to 1, from 1 to 100, And thinking about, how to, make yourself, less ego. And also that you need to broaden your horizons with all the global changes. Like, Chick to Win is doing business with multiple countries and with different nationality. Even our team, we have Latin American, we have European, we have Chinese, all of us, we grow up from different backgrounds. And how we compromise or how we work together and build something amazing is also that everybody puts the vision of the company in front of everybody's personal interest. So this is on top of everybody's personal interest, So this is amazing, and how a great company to become successful. And I think this is something that I would give advice for future entrepreneur, for embracing to be more adaptable, to focus on the mission rather than the personal interest first, and also to talk to the end user to get better response and feedback, and to improve the process of creating products.
Thank you, Emily, for your time. Thank you for this episode. It was an amazing episode. Thank you, all the listeners. This is Más Turismo Chino, the podcast that connects Chinese tourists with the destination and professional.